Thank you, Bonnie. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to join in welcoming you to the B'nai B'rith International's annual event in observance of the United Nations Holocaust Remembrance Day, the anniversary of our liberation from Auschwitz. We are very grateful to the Baha'i international community, an important member of the interfaith community at the UN and far beyond, and for generously hosting us today. I would like to thank you for your hospitality. It just happens that as frequent as last fall, our Executive Vice President Dan Mariash and myself had the pleasure of being at your international headquarters in Haifa, Israel. And it truly is a remarkable place. And not least, we are deeply thankful to each of you for who have made your way here in this terrible cold weather, although I am from Chicago, so I'm a little bit used to that, for being here this morning. Your participation is testimony to the importance of remembering the Holocaust and teaching the Holocaust's enduring lessons. Today's event, now a yearly one-of-a-kind tradition, symbolizes for me the uniqueness and vitality of B'nai B'rith's work and mission, serving and representing the Jewish people, while bringing Jewish values and commitment to the service of all people. Headquartered in Washington, but founded by German Jewish immigrants in this city 170 years ago, B'nai B'rith is the oldest Jewish communal advocacy and humanitarian organization, with many thousands of members in over 50 countries. Whether demonstrated in our provision for emergency aid and disaster relief on multiple continents, pioneering campaigns for religious freedoms and all human rights, our legislative and educational initiatives against every form of extremism and bigotry, or the leading Jewish sponsorship of subsidized non-sectarian housing for low-income seniors in America, we have been known for the breadth of our work. Not least, B'nai B'rith has been distinguished by the remarkable record of involvement at the United Nations, having been present for its founding in San Francisco in 1945 and maintaining multiple UN accreditations beginning in 1947. B'nai B'rith is the only major Jewish organization with a dedicated full-time office at United Nations Affairs, with active representation at UN bodies, not just in New York, but also Geneva, Vienna, Santiago, and Paris, as well as key NGO communities. We help to successfully promote the institution of January 27th as International Holocaust Remembrance Day. Our role has been publicly recognized by successive Secretary Generals. Beyond the UN, B'nai B'rith is the North American sponsor of the program Unto Every Person There Is a Name, promoting remembrance of individual Holocaust victims in diverse communities and campuses. And in Israel, we help to commemorate Jewish rescuers during the Holocaust. Our past UN events have highlighted themes from the Holocaust and filmed to interreligious reflections on the Shoah. On Kristallnacht, government and community leaders across Latin America are convened by B'nai B'rith to remember, and in this past year at the European Parliament, we organized a conference on Holocaust-era assets and material restitution. As fewer Holocaust survivors remain among us, unfortunately, and as those who do endure lifelong and often deepening physical, financial, and other difficulties, the topic of our discussion today is in fact that 60-year struggle for the bit of practical, moral, legal, and symbolic justice encompassed in material restitution for some of those devastated victims by Nazism. Such restitution is no amends for the horrors and the unspeakable losses inflicted during the Holocaust, and yet it is vital and urgent. We are privileged to hear from one of the leading experts and professionals in the field of restitution. Arie Bucheister is the Chief of Staff of the Material Claims Conference against Germany. He previously was the Director of American Gathering of Jewish Holocaust Survivors and Their Descendants, an umbrella organization of survivor groups in North America. Prior to that, he served as a criminal defense lawyer and had been involved in litigation, financial transactions involving major domestic and international corporations. Arie is a graduate of Columbia University and of Oxford University and has his law degree from Harvard Law School. Following his remarks, our Executive Vice President, Dan Mariaschin, will then facilitate some further discussion as time allows. Again, thanks to our host, the Baha'i International Community, I will now ask Arie Bucheister to address us. Arie.